Welcome back to episode 2 of the gun restoration of the gun that is known as Uncle Ab. Now, in the previous episode you saw me get all of the stock and forend ready for staining, but we need to do a bit more research on what colour we're sort of going for, because I haven't really made up my mind yet, and then secondly we need some research on the pad extender and the pad in general. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm actually going to moving on to a bit of the metalwork. So the metalwork has been soaking in a tub of oil for about an hour or so. My friend has then told me to use fine wire wool to get the rust off. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use the bit that's from the fore end that isn't really seen as much, and I'm going to see if I can polish it up. Wish me luck. Let's see how this goes. So just to give you a before, this is the rust on this bit here. All really rusted, especially that bit just there, really rusted. So I'm going to work on this and you'll see what it looks like. So after 5 minutes of just using some wire wool, we have managed to get a lot of this rust off. I'm really happy with how that's turned out. We've left the bottom because it's case colour hardened, but because the rest of it's going to be blued, I'm definitely going to carry on polishing this top bit here because that's going to be on show. But the inside of this, where nobody sees, is definitely a lot better. So really, really chuffed. And also the inside of this is now also, you can see how polished that is. So I'm just going to crack on and polish this top bit up really nice. Really happy with how this is going so far. So we're now moving on to the action. What I'll just pick up here. It's been in oil for maybe an hour and a half now. You can see some major rusting through here, all along the top and bottom, and into these intricate parts here. So my main job is just to actually just get the surface rust off. And then once we've got the surface rust off, we will then, hopefully, fingers crossed, start to polish some of this stuff up. Just waiting for my friend to get back to me whether I need some sandpaper just to start polishing this up. But we're going to get all of that surface rust off, so let's do that. So straight off the bat, we managed to get major surface rust off the top and along the bottom. So I'm just going to carry on getting all that surface rust off, and I will catch in with you once we have got this action back to its former glory. Right, so the battery's just about to die, but we've now completely polished a lot of the parts that had rust on them. Just to give you a quick show, here is the action, what was completely rusted, and as you can see now on the inside has no rust or anything like that. And the same with the trigger. It's a lot better than what it was. Can still do a bit of work, but it's getting a bit late now. Good evening, it is now the next day, but I'm actually going to film the outro for yesterday's video as the camera battery was running quite low. So I'm going to bring up some pieces and show you sort of how far we've managed to come. So these have been left overnight to sort of dry off, but to also give us an area of where we know that we need to work. So this was the action. I'll get this a lot closer for you. So this was the action, as you can see. All of this is now not rusty. And even on this side here, you can see the pitting. You can see the pitting, unfortunately, of where the rust has got in and caused a bit of damage. Fortunately, that is the way that it goes with old guns. We've also now done the rail underneath. You can see how non-rusty that is, but yet again extremely damaged. So yeah, we've managed to do a great piece of work. Lastly, I'll show you this bit, because this bit was absolutely buggered when we first looked at it. So you can see there that is all not rusty now at all. This is the bit that I'm really proud of. Really proud of. Oh God, still not focused. This is the bit that I'm really proud of, because this bit was the bit that I was really worried about. But we've got to still dry off a couple of bits. But that is the progress, and that will be the end of the metalwork episode. Catches in the next episode, where we attempt to get these barrels in a state that they are ready to get blued.